Welcome friends, today in this Python tutorial we'll be learning about the various operators. We have already learned about the few operators and now we'll be learning about some more of them. As we have seen earlier, there is arithmetic operator, there is assignment operators and many more. So today in this particular we are going to be learning about in this video we'll be learning about our member operators. So you will be saying what is member operator. So member operator checks the value whether a particular thing is part of a member or not, a part of a list. Like for example, can take the option of a list. So we'll see if it is a part of a list or not. So let's get started with that. But before that, I want to tell you that first we'll be looking about how the operators work. If we don't have such operators in all the languages that we are working upon. So we have those operators in and not in. So we don't have them in all the languages. So fortunately we have them in Python. So in Python we'll be seeing them. So first we'll be seeing them how it works without it, how much time to see the correct effectiveness of that, and then we will see how it works if it is present. So first, in a general way, let's declare list 1 and with elements 1 2 3 4 5. List 2 with elements 6 7 8 9 and 5, so that we can find a common one. So now let's move on to the part where we are first seeking for items, and in this we won't be using the direct method. So we'll be declaring two variables first to check our whether how many numbers are there in the string, so in the list. For that, first let's see, put C to 0 and D to 0. Now for I in range, I uh, in list, and then for I, then we'll be incrementing it. Now in the next line we will be using the next for loop that will count the number of T's. Now in the for loop it won't give us it would be a for inside a for, so that for that we will first run the first for loop and then we'll run the second for loop. So first run first for loop and we get value, so whatever will be the last value for, let's print it so that we get clarity. So after printing it, after printing C in every iteration, we will get the number of values. So like if the last digit is 5, so there are 5 of them. Similarly, now we are going to do first list 2. but here we are using j. Now incrementing j by 1, and as we see we get 5 over here with the final value of d as 5. Now coming to the next part in this video, now since we have both I and j, now when we increment it, now we can use range with 0 as the initial value and then c and d is at the final value, so we'll be using to loop for that. For I in range 0 to c and for I in range 0 to d. Now now we are using the if to check if the element of list 1 is equal to the element of list 2, then we will print the statement, and if it is equal to list 2 then we will print, otherwise we won't. Let's print, and then we will print that overlapping, and if it is not equal then we will print not overlapping, so that will come under our else statement, and we'll print not overlapping. So here we can see that after the execution of the statement, now we can get not overlapping so many times and overlapping where there was a match a single time. So now as compared to the other section, you will see you will notice that there is a change. Now as you can see over here, when you execute it once after the other, after counting them, and when you print this, execute this where list each and every element of the list was first counted and then checked whether they are equal or not. So now you can see that when comparing list 1 to list 2, you see that there is a difference, and you get one is overlapping and the other is not overlapping. Now when the result is printed, only the one which is same gets the answer as printed is to be true, and the others won't get the answer to be printed as true. So it is most probably you would see this algorithm in the search, where we would be using the search algorithm to search something. So there this is used, and if you see clearly that there are 25 times 0 to 5 over there, and in the next segment we got 5, and so 5 into 5 25 times it is being run. So now let's see what if we use the other method, that is the in method and not in, to do the similar task. Or will it affect, and will it be quicker or slower than what we have? So let's do that one. But one thing, as you have noticed over here, is that, though see, you can, if you count over here, there are 25 of them, right? And I told you that this is n's, this would be n of both of them, so n of above into the n of the below. That means how many are there in one list and the number of n's in the other list. So, and on calculating both of them we get the answer. So this is how, you know, things need to be performed. You this is just a rough idea and would do how we will be doing it in others. So now coming to the next part, where we will be seeing that how we will be doing it in our Python using list for I in list 1. So next we'll be moving for if I in list 2. So after if list 2, then we will saying we will give our condition. After condition we will say if it is present then print, and if it is not present, that part would be coming in the else statement. So moving to the next part, now we'll do the next one, and then else we'll be saying print not overlapping. So this would print the part which is not overlapping. So now this would run. Let's see what it prints. Now as you can see, only 5 times the things get printed. Now earlier it was getting printed 25 times, and now it would get printed only 5 times. So here is a change. So this, you can say that in is faster. Each and every thing is checked over here. Also over in the above section we were checking each element with every element in list 1 to every element in list 2, but here we are checking each element in list 1. If it is there we are printing it, if it is not there then we are printing no. So each element is checked in the list and we don't have to iterate separately over here. Each and every element is in the above section is being iterated separately, but in the below section they are not separate iterated, or you can say checked each and every time, and thus time is saved. So the above one is a bit, you know, you can say on the side where the elements need to be iterated for a long time. Now let's see for same in not, what happens when it is not there, when it, if we use that I is not in list, then what would we do? So not in list 1 and then print. So above actually we need to do list 2 first, because both are list 1 only, so it would give us false statement, or it would give us not overlapping. So 2, and then we say not in list, and in the second part or we can say in the second option we will use not in list. In the first we have used not in list, in the second we will use in the list or in list, and then we will try to print it, and you can see over here the same effect. The not in list is printed 4 times, and 1 time when it is common it gets printed that it is in the list. So in till now we have seen that the various ways in which in is checked is, and then we see that in the above, comparing to, as I told you earlier also, that 25 times, if even if we do it now in this case also, it would run 25 times the above procedure, and we get the shortcut, or you can say that a shorter version of the one in the below procedure. So they both act in a similar manner, in and not in, but with the difference that not in is different from the in, that it checks if it is present, then it would give true, or we can say it would give us a correct statement and would be executed whichever is whatever the statement after that is present. And in the other case where it is not, and if it is not present, it would do that similar kind of thing, like it would give us know that the thing is not present. So they both behave in quite a similar manner, just there's a quite a minute difference. So, and this is all for today's video. So till now we have learned various operators, how do they work, and what each and every operator do. This was the last operator topic on in operators. So I hope that you enjoyed a lot about from this video, and thank you for watching this video. Thanks.